We're gonna play this game called, well, like I said, it's a demo. When the Shutter Stops. It's like a visual novel, but it's like you're a detective. Okay, it's not on Twitch. One sec. Why does this sound like LA Noire? Know your place. New term. What is that? Hello? Game? Okay. Nothing is working. Hi, Pay. How are you? How are you doing? He said, sup, Dolph. Hey, girl. Sup, Dolph. Damn. Damn. Okay. He said, I'm really in here just to talk to Dolph. I don't blame you. Why? Hello? Do you see this? Leave me alone? What you mean? You come in my stream, you're like, hey, girl. And then you're like, sup, Dolph. Like, okay. That's fine. You're good? I'm okay. If the game would really just... There we go. It's not like... Why are you doing this? Why can't I click these things? Hello? Recommended. What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? Turn the music down. It's not... Oh my god, I'm getting triggered. Please. Okay. This is when the shutter stops. It's like a VN. Detective. Murder mystery thing. I don't know. It looks super cool though. Super cool! Wow, I can't say anything else. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Hey, that's where I'm from. Great. Great. It's a dirty city and the people are... Are you serious? It's a dirty city, and the people are just as filthy. Me, I'm no different. My story just starts earlier than most. This whole thing began like any other night. It was in my office. I was set to see my last client for the evening. It was a wiry man that I only ever referred to as Mr. Jacobson. He had come to my office asking for the great Priscilla Bate. That's me. She looks like 5. He needed someone to help him track down the man who had stolen his wife's heart. He explained that his wife grew distant and caught her making late-night phone calls to an unknown party. That. I found the answers for him, but I knew he wouldn't like them. No one ever does. Thanks for coming in, Mr. Jacobson. Were you able to find anything? I held up a large brown envelope. It's the proof and answer to the questions he couldn't ask himself. He needs to know, yet he doesn't want to know. Everything I was able to dig up is in this envelope. Well, first, payment for services rendered. I paid you already. That was just the upfront payment. Where's the rest? How much? $300 for the services, $45 for expenses. Jesus Christ. Just to find out, like, who his wife was cheating on him with. That's a little bit expensive, sis, don't you think? Don't you think that's a little bit too much? Fuck. I wouldn't pay that much. I wouldn't even pay any. I wouldn't include somebody else in my business. That's weird. That's too much. This isn't a lemonade stand, Mr. Jacobson. Why is this little girl has an attitude? She's going to take a lot more than that away from you if you don't have these pictures. Then silence. His brow lowers and there's a certain liquid quality to his eye. It's that moment grown men fight the urge to scream and cry, or both. Wait, what is this? Oh, Jesus. Okay, get me out. All I can offer him is a shrug. If you really want to know, I really need to be paid. He fumbles through his clothing and pulls out a cheap, beat-up leather wallet. He dumps its contents, hundreds, 50s, and 20s peek out from under a small number of $1 bills. He counts out the amount. I'm counting it with him. It's exact, $345. He lays it on my desk. How convenient that you have exactly the right amount. I stare directly into his face, but he can't look me in the eyes. I save it. Normally I charge liars an extra fee, but you've got enough problems. I flick the envelope in his direction. As soon as it is in his hands, he nearly shreds it apart for its juicy contents. When I put these envelopes together, I put the best pictures in the front. It's a simple service I provide to my customers. In his case, it's two women, one of which is his wife, engaging in extramarital affairs. I didn't think your lady would be into the older ones, but hey, different strokes, right? Why is she so snarky? Girl, you look like you're 6. What is this? I thought this was voice acted. I collect up the cash and roll it into a loose wad. When I look back to him, the blood has drained from his face. Mother? What the fuck? What? Whoa, that's rough, pal. This is going to be good. I can't believe this. Are these real? Uh-huh, they're real. Hey, at least you can call her a mother... He slams the pictures down onto the desk and looms over me. This is the part where my client is unhappy with what they've discovered and or what I've said and decides to make it physical. You little... And this is the part where I make my client see the error of his ways and persuade them to leave. I think it's time for you to leave now, Mr. Jacobson. Our business is done. The threat of severe electrical shock is enough to change his attitude. He snatches the photographs off of the desk and promptly marches out of my office. Another day, another dipshit. Really? I said get lost. Oh, it's you. A heavy-set man comes through my door, easily 5 times my size and double the clown that just left. Nice to see you, too. Sorry, Sam. It's my landlord. Rough customer? No more than usual. I answer and pour some of the good stuff into my drinking glass. He reaches out an upturned palm. Got rent? Yep. I turn over the wad of cash. It rarely lasts this long. What's his deal? I keep my client's personal dealings private, Sam. He stops counting the cash and stares. It pokes a hole right through my code of ethics. His wife and mom were going at it. Does anyone like their mother-in-law? Apparently she did. What? I meant they were screwing around behind his back. That's rough. That's what I said. You going to have the rest of the rent? Yeah. When? Soon. He's not thrilled with the answer, but it's all I have for him. Cut me some slack. Business has been low. Not my problem. I'm the only tenant here that tries to pay their rent anyway. He cracks a cynical smile. I don't think Sam would ever put me out on the street, even if I couldn't pay. He sits in the chair opposite of me and exhales his frustrations. Also the only one that puts me in trouble with the police. Not my problem. I grin back at him. He watches my place when I'm not around, doesn't make any fusses about me being far underneath the legal age to live on my own, and doesn't ask too many questions. Unless someone gets nasty or I forget to pay rent, then he asks plenty. He motions at my glass. Got enough for that apple juice. I'm not much use in getting rent if I'm dying from thirst and hunger, Sam. Be better at it if you took the right kind of pictures. Pedo. Don't even. That's not funny. You know what I meant. I'd love to, but it's not that easy. Nobody's going to buy a nameless kid's photographs. All there is in this city to photograph is filth. I throw my hand at the way Mr. Jacobson went. And I'm already doing that. It's not that bad. Yes, it is. I put on my best pout, but it only hardens his resolve. His eyes open in just slightly too wide way. Any moment now, lasers will shoot out and reduce me to a pile of ash. I'm sure of it. Well, that's what the stare feels like anyway. Sorry. A few more jobs and I'll pay up, I promise. He pushes my hat down over my eyes before giving my head a firm pat. Hey, do your homework next time. What? Your client. You didn't know that was his mother, did you? No, I didn't. He wouldn't have blown up at you if you broke it to him gently. Telling someone the two people that should love them the most don't seems hard. Kid. He's quiet, just long enough to let it drop. Just don't do anything reckless, okay? Me? Reckless? He gives me another look that pokes straight through my facade. Yeah, I didn't believe it either. The moment Sam leaves, the phone on my desk rings. Click. Talk. A lady's voice comes across the phone. It's a smooth, calm, and professional voice. It's the voice of a woman who has made making phone calls her career. What's up, Lena? I've been playing demos all day. I played Little Misfortune demo, which is probably the shortest demo that I've ever played. It was 10 minutes. Then I played Blame Him demo, which was bad. I would say skip that. I played Apartment 327 demo, which was bad. I would say skip that. I played Shadow over Isolation demo, which was bad. Which could have been good, but it's it had motion blur and it broke and it just was fucking hell. What else? What else did I play? Shadow over Isolation I thought would be really good because it's Lovecraft, but it broke. It didn't have audio settings, it didn't have subtitles, it didn't have any type of options. You couldn't see the controls. You couldn't turn motion blur off. It was just a mess. And then I was working on a puzzle and then it just broke. It wouldn't let me do it. Blame Him was bad. Apartment 327 was bad. Little Misfortune was good, but it was honestly Little Misfortune was 10 minutes, not even. If you look at everything, it'll be 30 minutes, but it was barely even that. Home Sweet Home's demo was laughable. That was bad. Shadow over Isolation, yeah, was bad. Then I played Stygian, which is a Lovecraft RPG, point and click with choices that matter. I linked it in GameHub and it was so good. I played it for 2.5 hours. That was fucking dope. And now I'm playing When the Shutter Stops, which I thought was voiced, but apparently it's not. So that's interesting. What happened? Did I break it? What happened? Okay. Miss Vade, the PPD respectfully requests your assistance at the corner of 4th and Wicker. You don't beat around the bush, do you? I was warned not to. I'm not really in a position to be refusing work, but the Philadelphia Police Department offers some of the worst work there is to have. Sorry, I can't take on any more work right now. A familiar husky voice comes from the other side. It's the voice of a man who has made a career out of chain smoking and pastry eating. It's the chief of the Philadelphia Police Department. It's a crime scene, a hot one. The noise that follows is the chief's frustrations. It sounds a bit like a sigh, a bit like a groan, and a bit like please make it stop. I've never had a conversation with the man that didn't once involve him making that groaning sigh. How are you doing, Lena? You need the work and we need the help. He's right on both counts. My landlord and the stack of red and yellow past due notes on my desk remind me of that much. But still, I have plenty of reasons to not want to take on their work. I don't need it that badly, especially not after last time. Listen, kid, we've got a serial killer on the loose. You want me to go after a serial killer? No. You've taken down worse. Come on, Prissy. No, and don't you dare call me that. You could help put a stop to it. Think of the good you could do. You don't pay bills with good deeds, and if you could, you and your force would be bankrupt anyway. Don't be like that, Vate. I'll double your usual. I do need the money. Quadruple it, and I call the shots or I walk. Deal. My age doesn't dissuade the PPD from calling on my services. Being well underneath U.S. labor law's age restriction isn't a deal breaker for them. Skirting, breaking, and ignoring rules is something they're good at. but I've refused a lot of work from the PPD, and chasing murderers and playing whodunits with the homicide division isn't the worst of it. I've done some things that I'm not proud of, and getting involved in police affairs has yet to help me sleep better at night. 2 of our boys are already down there waiting for you. And try to be nice this time, Bate. We can't afford to lose anyone else. Click. He hangs up before I can respond. Damn it. Just getting some Sekiro clips together and putting them in a short vid for the final day of Sekiro stream. Thank God. I feel that. I feel that. So, like, I guess you didn't finish the last boss or whatever. You're just gonna fight the last boss. I step out of my office and into the street. It's humid, chilly, and the stink of the city hangs in the air. It's been a rough year. I've lost a lot of things, but my sense of smell wasn't one of them. Summer is practically over and fall is upon us. I'm reminded that there are things that I need to take care of. I've been neglecting to add myself to that list. It's probably because I always find myself in this situation. Someone has a problem and somehow comes to the conclusion that a little girl is the best solution. They're often light on the details, so I wind up finding out what the job is really about when I'm already knee deep in it. Over with it. Yeah, I feel. Jesus Christ. I'm tired of Sekiro, and I didn't even touch it, so I knew this case would be no different. For the PPD, you could say I'm the cavalry, but I'm more an easy out for the pitifully understaffed police force. The lack of quality detectives means it pays well, but it's always a rough job. Last job they signed me on for left a bad taste in my mouth. Who better to do that than a noble scout? Not that I deserve the title. Lone Caucasian male in his early 30s, one-man shop. It should have been a typical sting operation. Get inside, confirm the evidence, stop the suspect. He was sloppy and small time. Materials for the manufacture of crystal were left haphazardly in his living room, and the stench of the process radiated out into the street. By no means you're a criminal mastermind. On the coffee table was a pistol without a magazine, empty blister packs, a plastic bag of the illicit substance, and a wrapped wad of bills. I gave the code for evidence confirmed. Would you like to try our no-fat sugar cookies? As planned, backup charged in. Get down, they shouted. Get down, he didn't. That's when I realized I made the wrong call. Oof. There were 2 kids on the other side of a paper-thin wall. They had no idea Daddy was cooking crystal or why the good guys were there with guns. Some rookie lost his nerve and pulled the trigger first. Bullets tore through the apartment and our suspect indiscriminately. The sofa, the family albums, the walls, everything. And when the gun smoke cleared, all that was left of him was a slice of Swiss cheese slathered in ketchup. Still can't get it out of my head. Police protocol authorizes the use of deadly force against immediate threats. It was an authorized use of deadly force, they said. An authorized use of deadly force. He was a dirtbag, but did he deserve to die? I've played the scene back dozens of times. Had I said he was armed, would have things turned out differently? Protocol, they said. That was the word they used to justify murder. The corner of 4th and Wicker. The whole city has history, some good, some bad. 4th Street itself isn't a busy street, even on the worst of days. It's been paved recently, even. It's a dark, lonely little road. A single lamp sits at the corner, and under it waits 2 uniformed police officers. Should have asked them to pick me up. The chief said she was on her way. What's she like? Is she pretty? I'm like 6. You'll see. I recognize one of them. He's an older veteran of the police force. He never quite made detective, but he's been around long enough to know the ropes. His name's Albertson, but I've gotten used to calling him A. There's a fresh-faced recruit with him. Can't say I've ever seen him, but he's green. It's something you can always see in this line of work. Rookies just stand out. It's in their eyes, the way they're just a little too bright to have seen much of these streets. It's in the way they smell, a little too clean, a little too sweet. The chronic stench of the city hasn't quite soaked into the uniform yet. It's in the way they sound. Cracking voices betray the youth they suffer from. Not that age or the lack of it has ever slowed me down. Ugh, rookies. Rookies. A waves me over. It's a little girl. Good evening, Vate. What's good about it? It's chilly. It's a school night, and I'm stuck here with you and some rookie. It's Officer Bennett, miss. Great. I'm here with Cop A and Cop B. Did they need someone to babysit the rookie? A cuts this Bennett kid a scolding look. Thanks for coming out, Miss Fate. I look forward to working with you. He's polite. It's a little disarming. He flashes a smile at me that's nauseatingly optimistic. It was only when I felt that mild repulsion to the man that I realized something was off. My usual PPD contact is absent. Where's Mr. Nick? Nick Valentine! She means Officer Knight, her old handler. Oh, Officer Knight was reassigned. I'll be taking over for him. You're doing what now? Reassigned? Whenever I needed something from the PPD, Nick would be the one to deal with it. He acted as my primary point of contact on most official police cases and was my regular escort. In a way, he was my partner as long as the PPD had a stake in the case. Not that I really want a partner. They're just convenient since I can't reach the pedals and the steering wheel at the same time. Should have known he wasn't going to be around for long. They never are. Meh. Let's get to it. Give me the facts. What do we know about our victim? Our victim's name was Brittany Johnson. She was a 23-year-old college student, Caucasian, blonde hair, 5'5", 170 pounds. Didn't look it. There's an outline of a body on the ground next to the street light on the corner. The body is in processing right now. Cause of death is speculated to be poisoning from the dart, but we won't know for sure until the morgue can finish handling it. The dart, like a blowgun dart? Oddly enough, no. It was a regular throwing dart, just like the other victims. Like the other victims. That's right. Chief said this was a serial killer case. How many others? 7, counting this one. 7 victims? That many? Why would the PPD bring me on now? Someone at the office has to be more acquainted with the motives and movements of the perpetrator than I am. It was my recommendation. We need a fresh pair of eyes, and you've been one of our best external assets. Frankly, I don't think we can solve this without you. I'm not used to praise, only the paycheck. Sure, I've helped them before, but not with anything like this. I can make decisions. Wait. Huh? Huh? What? Exit? Thanks. I feel the urge to thank him, but the words turn to stone in my throat. I'm not sure how to respond. Yeah, well, you could have called sooner. Why give me the fucking option? Hello? Why give me the option? Okay. We've taken to calling him the Dart Killer. He grips his clipboard and kneads at the edges as he tries to steer the conversation back to the crime. Give me a few minutes to take a look around. What did he say back then? If you need to think things through, start with a deep breath. I take a deep breath. Go over the basics. I'm a little rusty. If I want to get anywhere in this case, I need to follow the clues. That's how detectives do it. I can find clues by looking around with the mouse and clicking on points of interest. Some things will be obvious, some things won't be. I don't need to worry about selecting the right type of thing to do. That's for amateurs. If I get stuck, I can ask my partner for help. Failing that, I can always take a deep breath by holding down tab. It's my own detective superpower. I should take my time. The crime scene isn't going anywhere, but if we leave it, someone or something may tamper with any evidence left behind. Why is there no sound? There's like no music. Philadelphia's covered in graffiti. Tags like these can be anything from someone's name, acronyms, declarations of faith, love, or hate. I think it says 10 Tays. Not sure what it means. I'ma write shit down. I know it's a demo. I know it don't matter. But I'ma write shit down. Also, I want to finish this pork chop. Because it's been sitting here for like 4 hours. Pork chop! I wish there was music. I don't know where the music is. It's MIA. MIA. Hi, Butchie. Hi. Hi, Butchie. Hi. Interesting. How very interesting. Okay. Detective Aubrey is on the case. Huh? Huh? What's that say? 10? I don't know what the fuck. This probably isn't even important, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Where is the music? I just want to know. Like, I know I turned it down, but, like, where is it? Like, I don't hear it. Like, where is it? Hello? Yeah, I just don't hear it. Okay, awkward. There's a grim outline of a body drawn in reflective tape on the sidewalk. Cartoons and for kids mystery shows like this like to use these instead of actual victims. Something about seeing a dead body being too disturbing and making them grow up too soon. Surprised they bothered to do this for me. If seeing a dead body makes you grow up, I'd be eligible for senior citizen discounts by now. What's the deal with the tape? What is this in my face? What is this? It's marking tape. I know what it is. A, why is it here? It's marking where the body was. I expected this more from the rookie than A. I'm getting a headache already. What were our victims' details again? Miss Brittany Johnson, 23 years old. Any idea what she's doing here? Good question. Where's she from? Her ID says she's from Gladwin. Where's that? It's out the suburbs up north. Far? Not really. What time was she found? It was called in right at 4. Did anyone figure a time of death? Not yet. Who found her? I spotted her from my patrol car while coming down 4th. They really are understaffed if they're having rookie beat cops working homicides. First time seeing a dead body? He nods silently, and I bet. You tried to help her. You didn't realize she was dead. Don't worry, it gets easier. Wait, I suppose you would have told me if you saw anyone else. The rookie nods again. Anything found on her? Only a purse. I need to remember to ask to see it before we're done here. Is this okay? I can overhear the rookie trying to whisper as I make my way through the crime scene. Emphasis on trying. Is what okay? Miss Fate, she's just a little girl. I know what it looks like. That little girl? Sir? She's brought a crime lord to justice with nothing but a glass of lemonade. Lemonade? What is this in my face? Please. Hello? Go away. What the fuck? What the actual shit? Thank you. An old-fashioned street lamp decorates the corner of 4th and Wicker. It lacks the sophistication that modern street lamps have, and the rust shining through the fading paint job tells stories of vandalism and neglect. Hello? Why is the game so fucking unresponsive? Holy shit. Are you serious? Okay. Please. Can I just play it? The game? Do you think maybe I can play the video game? Do you think maybe I could play it? No? Hello? Okay. That was a fucking waste of time. Great. I was enjoying that, but clearly it doesn't want to fucking work, so I'm not gonna fight it. Whatever.